All right, we are live, and man, oof, that's not the part that I look forward to.
No, actually, when I dreamed up the game, I didn't think, oh man, I'm the one that has to read this stuff. I'm the one that has to present it.
Yeah. Now we're gonna wait a couple minutes to let people funnel in. The what's coming up next is still running right now, so we're gonna give a second for everybody to roll in. Know that we will be looking at your comments when we're in the middle of an interview. The comments might be flying by, so bear with us. If you do have a really good question, just keep throwing it in there, and we'll eventually get to it. So tonight we do have quite a few guests.
Yep.
We're going to bring them on in a little bit, but we do have to wait a hot second because the episode is still running, but we didn't want to wait too long because it had an automatic where it sent people over here. So, all right, here we go. We're starting to see people roll in. So
there we go.
Welcome back to the RV
Hey,
Unplugged
everyone.
show. My name is Tony, and you all know Todd, the amazing hostess with the mostest.
Yeah, hostess.
So, wow, what an intense episode 4 we just witnessed. Tonight we had our first vote off.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Lesa and Mary from Girl Camper. It's always tough to see contestants leave, but you know, it's part of the game.
There's that dichotomy. You got people saying, well, when's the vote off going to start? And then as soon as it does, it's too soon. It's too soon.
Right. And, you know, honestly, for the way the show that was, we were planning to have a vote off day 1. There was a chance. It was a 50-50 chance.
Wanted to change it up.
On 2, 50-50 chance. And then by episode 3, we're like, okay, we hope that there's a vote off because, man, we got to go a long time before there's any kind of, you know, substantial drama, you know.
We even, you know, in last week's episode, we actually showed because we had 2 in a row where the teams chose the gift. So we showed everyone that I'm walking out. I rolled them up, everything else, had it uncut from that point on. And sure enough, 3 in a row.
Yeah. So let's not forget the ketos. They came out on top of the individual challenge again. They really showed their determination and strength out there. But we also had a bit of a scare tonight with the wags. We had to call EMS. Thankfully, it was nothing major, according to thankfully, according to Leslie, it was just him overreacting, which is good. Yeah. Episode 4 was probably one of the most physical challenges we've seen so far. The sheer size of the scavenger hunt held at Camp Margaritaville, Auburndale. I mean, when you're there at the finale rally, we encourage you to try that. But we added a couple things. You didn't just stay in one spot. You had to go find Let's Try Something News RV, which was on the complete opposite end. And then Todd was chilling on the complete opposite end.
At the License to Chill. Yep.
Yeah. And then followed by the hamster wheel of death. Really pushed everyone to their limits. It was a lot to handle.
We're not even mid-season.
But everyone gave it their all, their individual perseverance tonight. And the episode was a true testament of their spirit. But
you're just reading all this.
I'm reading everything that I wrote last night.
You're like, dang it, I wrote it, so I'm going to read it.
Hey, Todd, do you know what kept the ketos going during the scavenger hunt?
No, what?
That's some ASMR for y'all.
I'm just wondering if the wags, if they would have had some salty.
Oh,
maybe, just maybe.
That would have been the cure-all. He might have been able to finish the thing.
Yeah.
Because it did happen. We saw some comments in the comment section saying, nah, that was impossible. We are going to show you tonight a clip of Chris from Venturesome Couple making it across in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And then the test was 2 minutes and 45
seconds, yeah.
So, but right now, Salty, what do you got over there?
I have Endless Summer, and it tastes like Endless Summer.
What does that taste like?
Endless Summer.
Just a lot of rain and heat.
It's actually, out of all of these, it's the how do I put this? The softest of the flavors. Most of them, you know, they hit you with the punch. For me, this one is, you know, very mild. I like it.
I went with the manly flavor. That's the Booyah Berry.
Booyah Berry. I almost had it in there.
It is so good. So good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and talk to Lesa and Mary, because I know everybody wants to probably send them some comments and stuff. But first, we put a little video together for them.
So I'm Lesa McDermott.
And I'm Mary Burns.
We're Team Girl Camper.
Let's see what kind of key we have here. And what color? Team red. All right, you're Team red.
I've always been super adventurous because when I was 22 years old, I went legally blind in a matter of just a few days and was then diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. It's got quite a bit of backing experience in various sizes of trailers because of our construction business. So just thought that this might be a better challenge for me.
You have 1 minute.
The passenger side comes.
15 seconds.
I mean, Mary was the star of our team. And I mean, how old are you, Mary? I'm 66. I'll be 67 in August. I mean, come on!
You proved that age is irrelevant.
I was thinking of my brothers every time, but I tried to do the errand, but you know, it's kind of fun. I'd do it again.
Lesa has been eliminated.
I can't believe it. I found the secret bag. So I'm walking around and I see on the chair that there's a burlap bag, and I thought I'm going to get over there before anybody else does.
You're doing good. It's moving. You're turning it.
There's no air. It's hard to stand up, and I'm not young anymore, but I still gave it a try.
I don't believe anybody really on our team thought that we were lying about not finding anything.
No.
When we went to the key room, do you?
No, there's not a single one, because we knew we were going to go in transparent and we were going to come out transparent.
Wow.
That was awesome. Actually, it was really good. I liked it.
I'll tell you what, that was inspirational. I can't talk tonight. I don't know what. That is inspirational on so many levels, and we want to pack some stuff. We want to get to know y'all a little bit more and ask you some questions about the competition. Now we know it's been a little while, but how did you feel when you first found out? You know, okay, this is happening. We're getting voted out first.
How did you feel? Not good.
Yeah, not good, because what was going on behind the scenes, you guys have talked a lot about gameplay, was to me there's a difference between gameplay and flat out lying, stabbing in the back. And we had been approached by the Wayward Wags back at the Tampa RV show to form an alliance with them. And the plan had been, it was with us and then Jess and David of the Nomads, and the Ketos were going to get voted off first. So there had been multiple conversations that was the plan, that was what it was. And so we were really caught by surprise that the Wags had gone and changed the plan and rallied everybody around to get us voted off first.
So we're going right out there. We're naming names.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because it just you know, you want the drama on the show. There was definitely the drama on the show with that one. So
well, I guess our next question was, can you elaborate on the alliances that were forming
before he even showed up?
So the alliances were happening
before they even on the same team.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. At the point we weren't even on the same team, because it was at the Tampa RV show like 2 weeks before we started filming, or a week before.
So I guess the alliances changed midstream, and y'all were the only ones not told about it because it wasn't including y'all anymore.
There's the gameplay.
So looking back, is there anything you would have done differently in terms of your strategy?
Not join an alliance.
Well, I mean, I don't know how I guess
what would be the outcome? Yeah.
If you're not in it, if you're not trying to be in it, you're out of it anyway. So I guess there's not really a good win-win there.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about the alliance till after the fact. So, being a producer, but that's going to be part of the show. There's going to be people using each other throughout the game to get to the end. It's just the way I just see it. I mean, and it all depends on how you choose to represent yourself. throughout the whole game. And there are so many, that we have to say, hey, it may not be our style, but it is gameplay.
Well, I think somebody did say you're going to have to get a little shicey to win this thing.
You have to get shiesty.
So, I mean, which challenges did you find the most enjoyable? Let's switch gears a little bit.
Right.
Which one were the most enjoyable? Which ones were the most difficult?
Mary?
I had a ball with all of them.
She dominated.
Yeah, top scorer in wakeboard,
Well, we all tried the hamster thing, and I realized Chris had in the video that you're going to show did it in the 2 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever, but saying it and doing it were literally two totally different things. I really thought Lesa had the backing up, but that dual axle deal just it even confused me. I didn't know if I should tell her to go left or go right. So
it
was
didn't
a little
matter.
bit. It really didn't. But
I felt so bad for Lesa too, because she's like, I'm a good backer.
I'm a great backer.
And this had nothing to do with you go right to go left.
I mean, literally, the whole concept, and because I had I was there 6 months beforehand when I found that cart, and I said, oh, this has to be in the show. And we spent, a good 45 minutes, Rob and myself, and the only way we could back it up is to get every single wheel exactly straight and then do everything you could not to move at all. And that was really the whole concept. I was sending him videos going, oh, this is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And in many of these, we didn't get a chance to really even practice. I mean, it's not like we had the chance and at least attempt to figure out the feel. It's kind of like the wakeboarding. I really think if I would have had one more try, I'd have been up and around that lake.
well, unfortunately, if you had one more try, we would have had to put you in the hot box because you would have had hypothermia.
And yeah, people don't know that water was between 50 and 40 degrees. And so the longer you stayed in there, the stiffer everything became, fingers and everything else.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. We're from Nebraska. We're used to that.
Oh yeah, you guys jump in ice water. For
I remember
fun.
Nebraska. No one wants you here.
Yeah, we're going.
That's
We're going
right.
floating down the river next week with and it's a big deal.
It was Nebraska. It's not for everybody.
No, it's not for everybody, but come on down. We've got cold water.
So it was a real joy having you all there.
It was.
I know Matt also had a real big connection with y'all. So how did your experience with the show align with your mission at Girl Camper, and what do you hope your viewers will take away from your participation? That was a deep one.
I know.
That's a really good one. I think that anybody can do it. There's so many different backstories between just Mary and I. Mary being the oldest, me with multiple sclerosis, Matt having half a leg, the ketos. There's just so many cool stories that are there that, camping can be for anybody. You just have to have the right mindset to be able to go out and do it. And so I think that really aligns with a lot with what we're trying to do at Girl Camper is to get more women out there experiencing the outdoors and camping in particular.
Yeah. And sometimes being solo is it's not a problem. I know that we were on a team for all of this, but the vast majority of our girl campers are solo campers. Yeah. Not that they don't have families at home, but yeah, we formed a great friendship with Matt and Mandy. I mean, he's just a wonderful young man. I enjoyed everybody on the red team. The blue team, Kevin, I like to poke that bear a lot, because I have a son that's like that. But the Tolosons, I think everybody was just in essence was just really nice.
Yeah, the Talmages, the Nomads, everybody. Yeah.
They're just and I think all of their mentality is we may be all individually in our units or campers, but if we needed help, everybody would pitch in. There's still that camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah.
So if there is a female solo or a female RVer out there that's never heard of Girl Camper, how do they get involved with Girl Camper?
Best places to go to our website, girlcamper.com, And you can find out all about us, all the different things that we have, magazine, podcast, chapters in 20 plus states. And we host 300 to 400 events a year.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
we're
Wow.
going to be at the rally. So, you
Yeah.
know, if we have any ladies that are coming in, get your tickets and get your campsites booked and come on in and we'll talk to you. And you know, we're there to encourage and educate women on camping.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to go parachuting at the rally, come find us. Cause yeah,
Is that y'all going to do that?
Y'all gonna do it?
Y'all going to jump Florida? Come on.
absolutely. Come on, Mary.
18,000
Come on, Mary.
No, you know what? I swam with a gator. You can jump Florida.
Hey, let's do the rock, paper, scissors thing again. And then when yeah.
Well said. Well, in the spirit of Phil, we can draw straws. Hey, thank you so much. And we will see you at the finale rally. And hopefully we'll see some of your girl camper friends representing the amazing group of campers. So
Thank
now
Thanks,
we
guys.
are, thank you very much. We are going to bring on another special guest. And
Lately, they've been kicking some major butt.
they have been.
Yeah.
The strategy developed at the start line because I knew everybody was going to bolt. And I looked at Rachel and I'm like, you've got about 1,000 yards between here and even getting to the camp store. And everybody is going to run. So we decided we're going to pretty much walk to the camp store, let everybody get out there. Also, they can show us where things are.
That was a horrible idea.
That was
but you
the
guys
worst.
won it, in my opinion. All right, we got a scavenger hunt. It's a big race.
Let's walk.
Let's walk. Matter of fact, let's not even use our phones.
He's watching that cartoon too much, you know, the tortoise and the hare. But you know what? They won.
Yeah. Are your mics on? Because I see your lips moving.
Oh,
There
sorry.
we go.
Sorry about that. I think that Joe knows that we can be like chickens running around with our heads cut off. So I think deciding on a more focused pace was really the strategy.
Hey, if you want to win a marathon, you got to pace yourself.
So
we were the turtles.
So you guys killed it in the axe throwing. And when I say guys, I mean
Rachel, not
And-
Joe.
So that was a heart touching moment.
Yeah.
I have to say, when I was writing that post on Facebook, I was like, man, this is somebody that has been struggling with not being chosen for a team and not all this, and it just goes to show that, man, you can do it, man. If you just take the chance, you stick it out there. And she won that. And then the next day they're out there walking everywhere. And actually, you guys were running. We saw the footage. Don't lie. You guys ran.
Well, we ran from one spot to the other, but we figured that was the most important time to run. Again, you got to pace yourself.
I would like to publicly apologize for actually refusing your hand. Like, I don't want to hold your hand is what I saw that wife say to her husband. I am so sorry.
Well, okay.
was
This
awesome.
We're skipping ahead a little bit, but I want to show you something.
Fine. Oh, no. That's a campsite. That's a campsite.
You know, if you didn't hold his hand right there, y'all
Yep.
could have got eliminated because you weren't allowed to step on any.
Yeah, that
campsite.
was
would've
one
been
of
a
the rules
DQ.
was you could not run through a campsite because that's a campground rule, right? You don't go through somebody's campsite. And that spot right there looked like it was an entranceway to the pool. And I started going that way and she just grabbed me real quick. It's like, no, don't go that way.
I'm glad I caved and actually held your hand. It saved
Yeah.
us. For me, having a change of attitude sometimes does save the day for us.
That challenge was really rewarding for me though, because again, you know, I had a debilitating car accident in 1990, spent 2 years on crutches, was told I would never walk again, spent 25 years taking painkillers. I mean, Todd knows, being an athlete, you know, painkillers, arthritis medication. And like 7 years ago, I was told, like, at this point, your only option is an ankle replacement surgery, and you're going to be on the sidelines for 2 years. And so to look now that I'm able to not just walk, but I can run, I don't take painkillers, I don't take arthritis medication, I haven't taken any of it in 7 years. Like, that was huge for me to be able to do that. And, you know, I run as an official, but listen, you're on AstroTurf and grass. It's very different than running on concrete.
and carrying
That's
Rachel.
what she meant. I'm not an official. I wasn't sure what she was saying. I'm not an official.
So one of my part-time jobs is on my high school football and lacrosse official.
So he's running a lot, but I do not.
But I have to
run for a living.
But before we lost all the weight, like when I would work a set of lacrosse games, I would then have to crawl around the house, literally on my hands and knees for days because I couldn't move anymore.
Wow.
I was in a wheelchair for our honeymoon.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Right? Super.
I do.
You want to go for a ride? Right. Moving on. How did you guys work together as a team to navigate this scavenger hunt? We saw the original beginning strategy, which was, well, let's just walk everywhere.
Right.
What did you guys do to actually get ahead of everyone? I mean, because everyone was 1,000 yards away, and there y'all were.
We really tried to decipher each clue, and I think we did a pretty good job of it. I mean, just looking down, I knew a lot of it was going to be in the camp store. And so we just tried to decipher it and do stuff as we were moving. The only one that gave us a hard time were those song lyrics, because we thought there was only one set that you had to get a picture of. And we're in Camp Margaritaville. There's Jimmy Buffett lyrics all over the place. And we went to this one pool area, and I'm like, it can't be this. Number one, there's no camera here. So like, there's no way it could be this, because they're going to want a shot of us getting that picture, right? And then I'm like, it doesn't fit in the frame. So there's no way. And we were at that point on that one, I was like, fine, we're just not doing this game anymore. And we almost quit. And it was the last thing that we needed.
Well, and that's the funny thing, right? I think that's a lot of times in the challenges of life, you're so close. And if you give up, like, you don't know what you're throwing away. So I'm glad we didn't give up.
Well, and I know you're saying the challenges of life, but that also reflects, the challenges that we have as RVers.
And the challenge of catching the good stuff. Man, I wish we would have got that.
Yeah.
That would have been great. A little keto flare up,
right?
Let's see what kind of, fat charged, the
keto fat
steak only charged arguments. See what that is. They're consistent. That doesn't go up and down in level. It's just a constant arguing, right? Isn't that how the energy works on keto?
That is true.
I love it. You guys are so awesome. All right. What's the message you want to share with your viewers about, not just the scavenger hunt, but just how you all are approaching this challenge head on?
So we came into doing RV Unplugged again as two people who were always picked last. Like, when the thought of Phil and Stacy picking teams again was like, oh my gosh, because we've always been picked last. And it was like, the only things we ever wanted was we didn't want to be picked last, and we didn't want to go out first. But we came in going, listen, only one team is going to be able to win. So we tried to adopt the attitude of, it doesn't matter if we win. For us, it was two things. We wanted to try to play the game with integrity and not lie. But more importantly, we wanted to show ourselves that we could do this, but also show other people that when you take back your health, and even if you are already healthy, you need to get off of the couch. Stop living your life on a couch watching TV. We see over and over again, RVers who they literally take their RV, they go to a campground, and then they never leave the camper. Like, go out and do something. And that's what we want to get the message out, that we have an amazing country and like, we need to explore it.
And I think every time we came to a challenge, we didn't think about winning it. We thought about giving it our all. And I think that's what we tried to do in every challenge.
Well, according to Mary and Lesa tonight, that's why they were voting us out.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't the smartest thing.
Too strong.
Well, and I will say, for the couch potato, we greatly appreciate you being on the couch right now watching the show. So, although they offended you, I got your back. I think
us other potatoes will say thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sitting on the couch watching this show and listening to two others sitting down telling you to get up and run.
Get up and move.
Well, they have video footage proving that they did. So
they did.
All right. So Jack and Shelby found the bobblehead and didn't know at the time, but it let them sit out the hamster wheel.
Right.
The only way to avoid the vote off tonight was to either find the bobblehead Todd or beat the fastest time on the hamster wheel. So for those of you saying it was impossible, all right, I'm going to pull up a clip here. And, it starts out in real time, but then we speed it up because you don't want to sit through the whole 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
So here you go. This is what y'all been waiting for. So technically, it was 2:36.
2:36.
Where Chris said, "Tell him to mark the time." Ryan waited till 2:40, and then we said 2:45. You get to the other side, and you're golden.
And that was actually the second time he did it. So that was Chris Peters, and I said, "Hey, we need to get a time, frame for this. Go out there and get it."
Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure that we just unmasked Chris as Batman or Spider-Man. Like, that is a superhero right there. I think everybody that attempted that hamster wheel challenge was like, how can this be done?
Yeah, and my son, he's 18. He jumped in there after production left, and he didn't last as far as Mary did. I mean, it was not easy.
It was hot in there.
It was hot. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring on another guest. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in a little bit. We're going to do an all call at the end where we'll answer some comments and bring the whole cast on.
I saw the boot out of place because my son owns the same pair of boots. And as a mom, I was like, oh my gosh, why did my son leave his boot on this basketball court? And I was like, this is out of place. So I'm happy that it was there, and being from Tennessee, and plus I love boots.
That's my wife!
Yeah!
My wife!
Wow, you almost missed sitting down. Oh, good. I think they used up all of their bandwidth in the first 3 seconds.
That's right.
Blew that wad right then.
So you guys are at the bash, right?
Can you pause for a sec? Yeah, we're at the Bandits. The Bandits clamp out.
The Bandits Glamp Out. That is cool. Are you using a dial-up, or how's that working?
I think everyone is on their phones watching this, and it's just
everyone.
Yeah.
Are we skipping a lot?
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah. It's a little rough.
Ashanti, how are you?
We'll just cheer.
Oh,
Is that Ashanti? Is that Ashanti? Oh, it is. Hey, Ashanti. All right.
You gonna stay over there? There you go.
So you guys won the bobblehead, and there's Talmage. Look at that. The whole crew is here. You guys won the bobblehead. You didn't know at the time what it was really for, but man, how thankful were you that you didn't have to go in the hamster wheel?
We were so thankful. The great thing about that is the boot was like, our son has that pair of boots and stuff, and I felt off, and I looked in the boot and I was able to find the Todd bobblehead, and we didn't get to do that, so Jack didn't have to have a heat stroke.
Speaking of heat stroke, we're gonna go ahead and we'll bring you back on at the end because the connection's kind of rough. We're gonna go ahead and run to another segment.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a dramatic moment coming out of the Zorb ball. And I knew right away, because as soon as I came out of the Zorb and I stood up to do an interview, I had to hang on to Ryan's arm a little bit because it was all kind of fading in. But
let's be honest, you just wanted to hold his hand.
There they are.
So all the lights are on behind you, huh? I guess I'm just being real naggy tonight.
I am.
I know.
Once you get another sip of your salty.
The wags.
Yes.
How are y'all doing? Are you feeling a little better since your hamster wheel incident?
You're in Kentucky? Yeah.
It's a watch party in Kentucky? Where at?
Looky there.
We're in Georgetown, Kentucky.
Bourbon Trail.
Oh, there we go.
Who do we have with you behind you?
These are
Everybody
all
yell your name out real quick, everybody, all at once. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. It kind of cut out there for a second, but so again, y'all have a little bit of a weird connection. It looks like you're in the dark, or you're in some kind of hiding, some kind of, did you witness something?
They know something.
They know something. All right, so you guys heard the first part of the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Can you describe your experience participating in the hamster wheel challenge?
We'll just go with that.
It was like a sauna in there. It was so hot, couldn't breathe, and it was hard to get that pool noodle was attached to that cord, that line. I'm trying to get that moved down the line. So not only was I rolling in there, I was like just throwing myself against the edge of the wheel, trying to get that piece to move down the cord. And so I I just over exerted myself just a little bit.
He also has vertigo, which we didn't take into account when
Yeah.
you went into the wheel, that could affect you too.
Yeah.
So it was not good.
But you were fine. We just needed to cool down. EMS
Yeah.
was there. They rubbed your
Yeah.
back for a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
they were whispering sweet nothings into your ear and gave you a kiss
Yeah,
on the
that-
forehead, and patted you on the butt, and
Patted
and
you on the
got you
butt.
going. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Leslie
was
did
good.
a vision.
I did do a
acuity
vision
test.
acuity test.
She held up a couple of fingers, one on each hand, and asked how she was holding up. So she thought I was being a little dramatic also.
Oh goodness! All right, so we're gonna jump to our next segment and do a quick all call. But first, I want to bring on Phil. Hey, Phil.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on,
Oh
Phil?
man, I'll tell you what. It's so nice
Man.
that you have a good mic right now and a good internet connection. I want to show you something real quick.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I
Yes,
want you to explain what we're looking at right now.
you're
there's
looking at
a-
a you're
there's
looking
a-
at a badass woman beating her husband.
And there's a blue dot in the back. What is that?
That's me
What-
limping into second place.
So the real story, and she actually, hold on, I kind of like that up. We'll just keep that up. I like
Hey,
that.
she saw that and she goes, "Man, I look like a badass." I'm like, "You are a badass."
Yeah. If it looks like a goat, or what's the thing? If it looks like a deer, looks like I don't know how to not be offensive here.
Looks like
Hey,
a
I tell
Looks
you
like
what,
a duck. That's
That's
it.
so close.
she hoodwinked me when
Yeah.
we met up.
And
When we met up at the Try Something News trailer, when she said she had one more to go, she didn't.
right, and you actually tricked the editor because the editor thought she still had one thing to go, so it said 90%, but she
Yeah.
was done when she told you that.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, all right, I got this in the bag, and then
Y'all went different ways.
and then
We
that
did.
happened.
We did. And yeah, and then that happened. Superwoman showed up. And she played it very well. She played me.
Yeah, and it was for a good prize. It was the Camp Margaritaville Auburndale
Yeah.
Margarita
And
night.
have you noticed a theme through the first 4 episodes? So Stacy,
What, she keeps winning?
well, she's won 2. She hasn't kept winning. She won 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The margarita and the tequila. I won 2, and it was pizza and hamburgers. See the theme going there?
Yeah, I think your heart rate's going up.
Yeah. So she didn't keep winning. It's 2-2 right now.
He wants to make sure, for the record.
Sounds like you
For
need to
the
start drinking
record.
salty.
Look, we've got it documented.
Yeah.
She's sitting
Yeah.
over here.
No,
She's sitting over here just gloating and laughing.
oh, is she there?
Oh,
Is she
she's
there
here,
right
yeah.
now?
Yeah, she just finished a workout. So she look at this face right here. Look. Show that picture
Get it,
again,
girl.
Tony. Show that
Oh,
picture
yeah.
again, Tony. What? Look at this.
Give
He
me
goes,
Wonder
"Look
Woman."
The
at that."
I need that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's not.
That
yeah,
is-
no. Crop me out
Actually,
first.
Oh no, that's
You know what we
fantastic.
should do? We should put that on the screen next week.
Remember Charlie's Angels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Phil's angel.
That's really great.
There we go.
I had to
All
be
right.
a little sneaky though, so that way Phil would slow down. But everything's fair in love and war.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Camera didn't-
For the record,
camera didn't see it, but I saw Phil's face whenever he came in.
Oh,
He
I-
was
Oh, I can
not
tell
happy.
you,
I was not happy.
he was mad.
I was
he was
mad.
really mad, which made it even better for me.
And there's, I saw some comments, and I'm getting texts from friends that are like, "Oh, Phil, it's so nice of you to let your wife win."
Oh no,
For the
sir.
record, I don't let her win.
No, he
That does
not.
not happen in the Farley house.
That's right. If I get it, I earned it.
Yeah, we don't play that. No.
And
Not
we're
a
also
thing
not
that-
allowed to say that's not fair.
Yeah.
That's
No,
right.
you're grounded in my house for saying that.
Yeah,
But he does
exactly.
pick a team for her.
He does pick a good winning team, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, how'd that work out for me first season? Anyway, I just want to holler. I saw some folks sitting there next to the Wags. I saw Bob and Michelle Dill there. I just want to give them a shout out.
well, hey, we're gonna bring everyone back on here in just a second, so hang tight.
First elimination after 3 lightning strikes of no eliminations, and now it's time.
This is the hard part. This is the part that is not fun at all.
What is that?
Wow. There we go.
Wow.
Well, that's not even working. Let's try this one.
Where's the Brady
that
Bunch?
looks good.
Man.
There's Bob Dill.
Got a little dizzy there.
Saw that Navy shirt. I saw that
Get
Navy
rid of that.
Go Navy.
Okay, so we're gonna have a whole bunch of different levels and stuff here, but this will be fun.
We'll make it
All
happen.
right, so if you have questions, now is the time to put them in the comments. We have some questions here just to get the juices flowing. Our initial reactions. What were your initial reactions to the first vote off? Let's start with Phil and Stacy, because I'd like to know. Because man, I'd like to know what y'all were thinking. Let's start with Stacy, because that's who we saw tonight.
Well, I can say I was very shocked about who was eliminated. It was totally out of left field for us. I should say for me, because I also knew about the alliance. So I knew about the first alliance. So I was under the impression somebody else was going home. So I almost fell off the bench when the camper girls left us. And let me tell you, I know it looks like we are the stupidest people around. We've known these people for 5 minutes and we're all super sad. But I realize playing these games, but that all is real. Like you are stuck with these people all day, sun up to sundown. All you do is talk and get to know each other and hang out. And it sucked when they were voted off. We hated every vote off, but the first one I think was the hardest one because we had no idea how much it was going to suck.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, and of course we didn't. Blue team, we were just kind of shocked at how it went. I thought
we haven't done the blue team yet.
I know, but when you're looking over at the red team, I was thinking they're going to pick off somebody that's strong, like Joe and Rachel. They won 2 things in a row. I thought, from a standpoint of winning, it would have been them.
I honestly felt that too. Like they were putting a target on their back by.
Yeah.
What'd you call it earlier? It was good. You said they
peaked too soon.
They peaked too soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are peaking too much.
But from the blue side, it was just a shock that it was Mary and Lesa that went and not somebody strong. As Mary and Lesa indicated when they went in the laundry room.
I'm just going to say interpreted as strong because Mary and Lesa held their own.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. But listening to when they went into the laundry room and saying, they were just too strong. That's what I would have thought going in.
Right. Mary Lesa had that same idea. We do have a question from Sonar Travels. Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, if you vote off your strongest ones very early, how are you going to play the rest of the game?
Yeah, you're just going to get.
So there's gameplay.
Yeah.
Double-edged sword.
All right. Ask the Wags about the Tampa pre-team pick alliance.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear this.
Wags,
Let's do this.
What were you doing in Tampa? What was this? Were you getting shisty?
Let's tell the true story.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get my. Hold on. Let me see where it is. Yeah, there it is. There's my beat button. All right, and go.
All right, so let me start. So we were at the
We were at a sponsor
at a
dinner.
sponsor dinner, and Lesa was there, and we were joking around about an alliance, and so we said, yeah, that'd be cool if we get on the same team. That'd be great to have an alliance and go as far as we can.
She approached you.
Yeah.
No. You approached me, Dustin, at the Brooklyn betting thing.
And we'll agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, no.
But when we got on the same team, Mary or Lesa came back to us and approached us and said, "Hey, remember in Tampa we talked about an alliance? Do you still want to do that?" And so I talked to Lesa. I said, "Yeah, let's do that." And so that part is correct. We did build an alliance with them, and we talked to David and Jess, and we talked to Matt and Mandy.
Yeah, the day of voting, when we knew somebody was going to go home, we were approached by Jess and Mandy about joining everybody in the vote for Lesa and Mary. We told everybody we are in an alliance with them. They brought us information that made us change our mind because we thought, okay, I think maybe they did get immunity. Let's make them use it and get back on a level playing field with
Because,
each other.
like you said in the pre-show with Kevin, no one knows the power of the token yet.
Yeah.
So we were convinced by that conversation with others on our team that Mary and Lesa have this token. So let's vote for them and make them use it. So we're all back on an even playing field. We were convinced that they had it. So we weren't trying to send them home. We were trying to flush out the token.
Exactly.
Right. And at that point, you're right. Nobody knows what the token does.
A point of reminder that they did go in.
They did go in and
they had to go back and report, and they reported they didn't open anything up.
right.
That's
And
where
they were
it's
being
different.
truthful.
They were being
Yeah.
truthful.
Right.
and
Yeah.
had
But
Well,
yeah.
what's interesting on that is, if you guys recall, Keto's also had a token from winning the scavenger hunt.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
But here's the thing. So Joe had a conversation with me very early on, and he said, look, we're not going to lie. And I 100% believed Joe when he said he's not going to lie. So he said, even if I get a token, I'm coming out and I'm telling everybody I got a token, and we'll forfeit it.
Yes.
And
I have to say, like, when we had to go in the token, like, I don't know if Todd will acknowledge this, we even asked, can we bring somebody in with us to see what we get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So-
we actually
Yeah, we
talked
did.
about throwing the competition because we didn't, and we've talked about that in our behind the scenes stuff, that we didn't want to go in because we knew that it would put a target on your back.
So
But
we were
we
100%.
honestly had no idea about any alliances. I will say that.
A little sad.
We were actually told by a few people that Girl Camper doesn't like us.
There
That's
was
why
not
we
a
were
lot.
voting for them.
Yeah.
We even went to Stacy and said, why doesn't anybody like us?
We were
We didn't
100%
know we had the target on our back.
We were
Y'all
convinced
still
that-
aren't being picked.
Yeah, we were convinced that Joe and Rachel did not have a token. We were convinced that Mary and Lisa didn't have a token. That's why we voted for them. And I'll tell you this also. On day one, our team sat down and we had a conversation. We said, look, this is a game. It's nothing personal.
Not
Even if you lie to my face
We're okay.
and I get voted out, that's gameplay, that's strategy, and good on you for taking me out however you have to take me out. And everybody sat there and said, no hard feelings, nothing personal. And as soon as Girl Camper got voted out, it immediately got
Became very
personal.
personal.
So I'm glad they were the first ones out.
Let's get shisty. All right, let's move on to. Do you have a rebuttal to that? I don't want to cut anybody off. All right.
Did any of you start building alliances? Well, of course, that we just kind of went through that. Yeah, start building alliances.
Hold on. Let me scroll up. Wow. Yeah.
You know, on that
I don't think
on that
we weren't
alliance,
ready for this
Yeah.
tonight.
hey, on the alliance front, what I told Blue Team was, you have to do what will guarantee getting you to the finish line. That's what I said. I told every one of them that. So there was no alliance per se on the Blue Team. Everybody in Talmage was one that didn't want an alliance. He wanted to go with his gut, and I think that played well. And everybody else was on the same page on the Blue Team, if I'm correct. They wanted to go with their gut. It was what they had to do to get to the finish line.
Yeah. So
Well,
Robin says, hold on just one second. Robin says this is very confusing. So the thing is what they're talking about is anybody, what started happening was anybody that won a key token would go into the Alliance key room, and then they had a chance of winning an advantage.
Yeah.
But when they would come out, if they said they didn't get anything, people were wondering, did they or did they not?
Yeah.
So then that kind of paints a target on them. So, people start wondering, oh, man, do I even want to go in the key room?
Right.
So that's what they're talking about right now.
And I think that brings up the point. I never had an alliance conversation with any of the red team members. So when we were asked after we had gone into the key room, and we had all agreed, as the wags are saying, we're going to be transparent about what we got. We came out and told everybody we got nothing, because that's how we were going to play the game. We were going to be transparent with our own team members. That apparently didn't work.
Well, I mean, and again, the game itself, the structure of the game, it makes you question. I mean, and again, a lot of these decisions, I guarantee you, would not be done the same way in real life. You hype it up because we've got you guys out there 14 hours a day, trying, to, under the sun, and you see what the sun does to you. or at least you see what it does to me. Apparently, I was Team Red by episode 4. And you got split decisions, but all of you came in, you gave up, a portion of your lives, 2 weeks to come in, spent money getting here to compete for $25,000. And the question is how would you compete? And I guarantee if you did it, some of you will do the same exact thing. Some of you may try something different the next time.
And Mandy came back to us afterwards and felt horrible for giving us wrong information in making our call. She felt like crap. And it's just a game. It wasn't.
But here's the deal. Mandy told us that that's what they were told.
Yeah, well, in the end, it's just a game. There's going to be things that are going to be said, and some of it's going to be gameplay, some of it's going to be, truthful. In the end, it's whoever plays the game the best, and then at the end, we shake hands, just agree that this was a game.
Yeah,
it's just a game.
Yep, and I think everyone there. I mean, the way people were working together, and the videos that we got of them, enjoying each other during gameplay was really wonderful.
Yeah, and had it been us voted out on the first day and it felt like we were lied to, we would have been like, hey, good on you. Good game.
Well, let's not beat a dead horse. Does anybody have any comments in the comment section for our wonderful cast members? Actually, we lost Jack and Shelby. Their phone probably finally just ran out because it was pretty rough. They're at the Bandits Glamp Bash. What do they call it?
Glamp out.
Glamp out.
Yeah.
The Glamp out.
Yeah.
And then we got where are you guys at, Dustin Leslie? We can hear you now.
We're in Georgetown, Kentucky, on the Bourbon Trail.
But is it like a
It's
campground?
RV park, yeah.
What's it called?
It's Whispering Hills RV Park in Georgetown, Kentucky.
Right on.
Can I just say I thought it was really interesting that every time that Team Stacy won, we got alcohol, and every time that Phil won, it was food.
That's what I'm saying.
The show knows us very well.
Yes, they do. They know I've got a meat tooth and a sweet tooth, and Stacy's the margarita girl.
Yeah, but I wanted the meat and cheese, and we didn't get it.
Thankfully, Blue Team shared and vice versa.
Yes, we all did share, but it was. I started noticing the theme, and I'm like, damn, they really do know us.
All right. So Kathy says, did the girl campers get to stick around at Margaritaville to watch the rest of the competitions? So yes, everybody sticks around for the full 2 weeks, and everybody gets to see the whole thing. And then at the end of production, we have a big party, a wrap party, where we fly in some of the sponsors, and we have a nice little dinner. And
great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a good
Todd
question.
and Tony.
Yes, ma'am.
Kevin's picking on me, so remember when I get back to the rally.
I think you can hold your own.
We're bringing boxing gloves. Don't worry.
Son.
Bring it, little lady.
Just bring him some beef, Mary.
Juju says this is the quietest I have ever heard Joe and Rachel. I 100% agree with that.
I do want to say while we have everybody here, if you are solo, if you are a lady that is solo, I've talked to a lot of ladies who have said, man, I would love to go camping, but I don't have a Joe with me.
Like your mom.
Like my mom. I have never experienced camping before. Do yourself a favor and reach out to Girl Camper and find like a place by you, like a division by you in your region of the country. Don't wait any longer to try your hand at camping. We don't need these guys. We don't need them. We can go by ourselves,
You
right?
still can't go the other day.
And a lot of the places that Lesa and Mary have gone to, like, because I talked to them a lot about like, how do you camp? Dude, it is so hardcore. Sometimes they are camping in a hammock. Sometimes they are camp. You don't even need to have an RV in order to camp with Girl Camper.
Thank you,
I-
Rachel.
Thank you,
That's-
Rachel.
That's a good point. I actually just talked to 2 widows today that came here in a pop-up camper, and they never heard of Girl Camper, and I directed them to them.
Well, thank
Fantastic.
you.
All right, we have a question here. I'm sorry to interrupt y'all's conversation. Where do voted teams go when they're eliminated?
Full hookups.
So
Orlando.
Can I answer that one for you guys?
Sure.
or season 2.
So this is the perk of getting voted off first is you get 2 fabulous weeks, all expense paid, at Camp Margaritaville with full hookups.
But you can't let anybody see
Winning.
Yeah, you can't let anybody see you, but swimming pools and pickleball court and and
I guess
and,
we'll reveal the what they call it, the fourth window or whatever, the
Fourth wall.
fourth wall, yeah, from the window to the wall.
What?
When you go when
Dropping down. I mean, where are we going with that?
My neck, my back.
RV Unplugged.
Oh, wait a minute.
when we show them make a left and then they make a right, they go and then make a U-turn and go right back into the park.
Yeah. And then
All right.
as teams got voted off, we all got together at night. And we had, since we didn't have an island to go to, it was, it was still Black Tank camper that we went to and had campfire cocktails and stuff. So I think we
saw
probably
the
had
video.
more fun being voted off than we did actually on the show. Sorry.
I was invited to one of those.
We
It
have
was
the
awesome.
taunting videos that were sent out.
Denise says, thank you, Mary and Lisa. You guys are amazing women and rocked it. I 100% agree with that. What's this? Barbara. At the very end of the show, did I hear Kevin and Tabitha get voted off on the blue team?
What?
All right. I thought there was going to be a double elimination. What happened?
It's called a cliffhanger.
Rap party,
Spoilers.
spitting bars. Yep.
No spoilers.
You like how I just blew right past that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess they'll have to watch and see what's in
guess
the
so.
box.
Wow. Some of these comments, man, I don't even
Hey, Lisa.
See him.
Lisa,
because
Yeah.
you have
are
to go
you
on.
in Custer?
Yes, I am in Custer.
Okay, my sister is living there. She says she's watching because of you, not because of me. She knows who you are there in Custer, but she hasn't
Hi,
met you.
Michelle.
So she owns the pizza mill there in Custer.
Yeah.
Great pizza. Yep.
It is great pizza.
But I had to get on her. I'm like, what do you mean you're watching because of her and not me? I'm your brother. And she said, well, she lives here.
Yeah, we know each other. Michelle Witt. Yep. Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
Awesome.
I'm watching
But,
because of Mary.
Yeah.
Yep. So I just want to leave y'all with this.
Oh, babe. You know what? Stacy has good hair in that picture. I mean, look at
Hey, tell
that.
your
Wonder
shoulders up.
Woman hair.
Yeah, show it
Right.
again. She's coming back. Show it again, Tony.
Going back.
That's how you get Stacy on the show.
This is how you get Stacy on the show.
Look at that. Yeah.
This is how we
she's
get
like-
Stacy on. Stacy, we're showing a picture of you.
It's
Yeah.
determination right there.
Yeah. She knew when she
Stacy?
rounded that corner, she had me.
Stacy,
All right.
you were an absolutely wonderful coach. Thank you very, very
Aw,
much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mary. Thanks,
You know,
guys.
and
Can't
we
wait
know
to see
we'll-
you guys at the rally.
We'll get together at Rally and we'll continue that talk about Phil, okay?
Okay, let's do. We'll have a
All
sidebar.
right. Okay,
you go.
thank you.
All right, everybody. We do have the finale rally that's going to be in August, but don't worry, there's a lot of things to do inside. There's the watch party's going to be inside. There's going to be a lot of games inside. We have a lot of pools, a lot of fun things to do, and we're technically going to be escaping the heat from Texas and going down where it's cooler.
A little bit cooler. Yeah.
It's
10
gonna
degrees
be-
cooler last time.
It's going to be nice. So don't forget to head over to the merch shop and get some RV Unplugged stuff for your trip to the finale rally. It's going to be totally awesome. Thank you to the cast. You all have been amazing. The ones that can make it on, that have cell service, we really, really appreciate you being a part of this. As I said before, we're trying to grow something fun for the RV community to get behind, and you all are making it happen.
All right, guys, we want to say thank you for being on here, and we'll see you next week. Of course, 7 p.m. sharp for episode 5 of RV Unplugged. We'll see you then.
Be well, everyone. You guys.